Let's talk about the grades on Erank and Marmalead, why you shouldn't really be listening to them. Keep watching this video to find out why. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before we begin, do not forget to subscribe for more weekly Etsy tips coming to you. And also please do give this video a big thumbs up because it does help me out immensely. Today we're going to be talking about the listing grades on Erank and Marmalead. Now, the listing grades have been something that's been going around for a while, and I do get a lot of questions when I get despondent Etsy shop owners messaging me, giving me a comment on my live videos on the Facebook group, and if you don't know, you can join that down below. But they always ask me, I don't understand, I'm doing everything I can and I'm still getting D or C grades on my Erank profiles, or even something along the lines of, I have A stars across all of my Marmalead listing grades and I'm still not seeing the sales that I want to be seeing. What the heck is going on? Now, I want to preface this by definitely saying this one thing, and you need to know this one thing. This is like the biggest takeaway, is that it takes between 60 to 90 days for Etsy SEO for actually to be crawled by Etsy bots and actually start working for you. And if you're going into your shop, into your listings every 30 days and actually changing the SEO on your listings, then this process completely starts again. And that is applicable even if you're changing one keyword out of the 12 that you already have, that process still starts again. So please do not go into your listings every month. Leave it at least 3 months and then change your Etsy SEO. I see this happening a lot, and actually what you're doing every time is restarting the process and actually damaging your Etsy shop. And also, for the same reason, don't change listings that are actually getting sales and working for you. If you want to try a new keyword for that listing, copy the listing first. Do not change the existing one, because for the same reason, you're going to be starting the process all over again. So, Marmalead and Erank grades, they are algorithm-based grades. And actually, from my understanding, how they work is this. They have a checklist of things that they actually check your listing up against, and if you tick most of them or all of them, you get a good grade. If you don't, you get a bad grade. But what this doesn't take into account is it doesn't give you personalized advice for your shop to start with. So that is something that only you or someone that you are working with as an Etsy expert can actually give you. But the fact of it is that they are literally just putting your listings up against a checklist. And it doesn't take into account the other SEO factors either. So for example, they look at how many tags that you have used and whether you have spelled them correctly, and they give you a score based on lots of other little factors as well. But looking at that, it doesn't actually take into account anything else on Etsy. So we know that a shopper's geographical location, your shop score also comes into it, recency comes into it, and where Erank and Marmalead are just literally grading you is the keywords and SEO used on your listing. And also sometimes they do mistake long tail keywords and things like that as well for short tail keywords. They look at some of your keywords and say that isn't spelt right, when as a matter of fact it is. There are loads of little pitfalls with the grades on these platforms, and it is unfortunate because the way they are presented to you does make you feel a little bit rubbish, especially when your grades are like a D or a C or something like that. But please believe me, when I have like the lowest grade on a lot of my listings, but they still sell well. And also, guys, we're not taking into a fact, let's just completely wipe Etsy SEO off the table for a second. We're not taking into account how big their email list, what their social media following is, and how niche their niche actually is. So all of these things could mean that your listing will perform amazingly when the grades are not so good on Erank and Marmalead. So guys, as a roundup, you do not need to worry about the grades of your listings on Erank or Marmalead or anything like that. They are purely an indication, but personally I don't even look at them, because the only way that you can know if your listings are doing well is from your own Etsy stats. You can look at your stats and you can say, hey, that listing is performing really well. Don't go onto a third-party platform really of any kind and look at their data, because their data is filtered down through Etsy. And why do that when you can go straight to the source themselves? And that is why you should not pay attention to your ranks or your grades on Erank or Marmalead. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please subscribe again if you haven't already, and do not forget to join the Facebook group, and also get your free copy of 30 Days to a Kick Butt Etsy shop. The workbook is 76 pages long and free, and you can get it in the description box below. But guys, for now, I shall see you in the next video. Bye everyone!